Good morning, people. It's currently about 20 past 2 in the morning. Um, I couldn't sleep because there's one thing that's been bothering me. Do you know what it is? It's the current state of our black men and black boys. There's a lot of us who need help, who are lost or whatnot. Now, when I talk about black empowerment, I'm not trying to downgrade or put down any other race because I'm only going to talk about who I am, where I've come from, what struggles I'm going through. Yeah. So I have no apologies for being to be speaking about black empowerment. I have no apologies to anybody because you know what? I am black. I am a man. Or correction, I'm a Nubian. I am a man. Now, growing up in London, growing up in England as a young black male was a struggle. Still is a struggle. It probably always will be a struggle. There's so much directions I can go into with this one, but you know what? I'm going to try and keep it as basic and as simplistic as possible. Now, I went to a school in Surrey. It's a boarding school. And for those that know or don't know, I'll tell you, it's called the Royal Alexandra and Albert School. Yeah, Gatton Park. Look it up. Beautiful boarding school. Now, the reason I got to go to that boarding school wasn't because my parents are rich, parents are wealthy or anything. Yeah. I basically used to live in Hackney Wick. Yeah. Somehow my mum found out that you could literally, you know, send a application to the council to get like a grant or whatever it is to get your children into a boarding school or something. She did that. Somehow she found out. Now this is information that is out there. If you don't know, no one will tell you. Yeah. So she sent me to this school, this boarding school. Free man-made lakes, free 4, 5, I don't know, football pitches and rugby pitches and hockey pitches, one inside swimming pool, one outside swimming pool for the summer, uh, horse riding camps. Man, we had everything. We had everything. Essentially, it was kind of like everyone that, all the kids that their parents were either in the army, the navy, you know, were there. We had kids from Russia, Germany, Scandinavia. We had everyone there, you know. And myself being any city black boy going to a boarding school here, like the kids at the school were absolutely, amazing. My friends and whatnot were amazing. Yeah. No sort of animosity. Nothing like that. You might find the one ignorant kid that lived in Germany, you know exactly who you are. That might, throw out the N word, like say, yo, it was cool to do that. Nah, not into it. I don't even use it myself. And then you get the teachers, one particular teacher, who basically, when I was in her class, and bearing in mind, I lived in Nigeria for about 6 years, like through primary school and stuff. And mathematics was my thing. Maths was my thing. And I literally could, I was doing, I think, trigonometry at the age of 8 or 9. And I remember when I came back to London, my brother Alex, he was like, what? So I was 9, so he would have been 18. Yeah, 18, 19, that sort of age. And I remember he was at college at the time. And I gave him my book that that I just brought back from Nigeria, and I said, "Hey, this is what I'm studying at the moment." And he looked at it and was like, "I just started this at college, and I was 9 years old." Trigonometry. Now, going back to that school, Mrs. Cowper, I have to put it out there because as much as you might think a lot of things are in your head, they can't be. Coming from a school, as I said, yeah, in Nigeria, yeah, where you were on point, yeah, on your mathematics. In her class, I was in like, I can't remember if it was like the second tier or the first tier, whatever. I used to put up my hand for any questions, that she would ask. And I'd be like, hey, put up my hand to answer the question. I was never picked. Never ever picked. Although I knew the answers to them. Now, I was the only black kid in that particular class. Is it in my head? Is it a racial thing that's just in my head? Is it a mental thing? Probably, yeah. The fact that I was different? Probably, yeah. At the same time, there's still that probability that it wasn't in my head. Yeah? Because the only time that I was picked was when I was literally thinking, well, I don't even feel included in this particular class. There's no she doesn't make me feel inclusive within this class. Yeah? Was whenever I sort of was talking to someone else, because I was just thinking, well, I feel like she doesn't want me to be here. Couldn't answer any questions, couldn't put up any hands. Couldn't put up my hands and be picked. Now, as a kid growing up, you need to kind of have this. You need to have someone to kind of make you feel like you're significant to the role of a class, to the role of the world. Now, watching or reading, in fact, a particular book by, I believe the author's name is Konjufu. And the name of the book is called Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Our Black Boys. It's a strong book, man. And you can actually find it on YouTube. Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Our Black Boys. And in that book it states that if the president or the prime minister of your country, of that particular country that you're in, is not the same color as yourself, that you're almost destined to fail. That's crazy. Yeah? It states that, it basically says, it doesn't matter what university, what school you go to. Yeah? But if the president or the prime minister of that particular country is not the same color as yourself, you are destined to fail. I'm sure he says it differently. I'm sure he doesn't say it that negatively. But basically what he's saying is, doesn't matter if you go to this school, Oxford, you go to Harvard or whatever, yeah. You will always come to some sort of obstacle, yeah, regarding race. It is sad that we're still here in this same situation in 2016. Bearing in mind that this book and this videos are like from 1970s. Yeah. This is why I wanted to talk about the essence and strengthening our black boys and our black men. We don't have anyone to talk to. We don't. Because at the end of the day, being black and a man, black and a boy, we're deemed strong. if we don't have our father figures around us, we have our mothers teaching us how to be men. Impossible. Not saying that it can't be done. I just say that it's very difficult to do. Because if you find, how can a woman teach a boy to be a man? It's impossible. I honestly don't think it can be done. As much as there's a lot of women that do it, and in a sense believe, that there is some sense of success in it, but you haven't really made a man. You've basically made a boy who has the essence and emotions of a woman. Do you understand what I mean? Now, what I'm saying is, emotionally, think about it. How do you teach a boy to control his temper when he grows up as a man? How do you teach a boy that if you're a woman? Now, I'm not having a go at any women out there, because you know what? My mother done the same thing. Strong mother, holding me up, making sure I do what is right, what she believes is right. Yeah? I'm actually basically not necessarily having a go at the men, but I am actually directing my essence of what I'm talking about to the boys, to the men. Yeah? Black men, is important that you're there for your children's lives. Most of my friends, that have children, are there for their children. Either married, if they're not even married, got their girlfriends or whatnot, and they're there in their children's lives. They will make sure. But what I've been finding sometimes, there's a lot of women that just want to put up barriers to stop the father of their children to see their children. Yeah? This causes a lot of issues, man. It causes a lot of issues. Because not only are you doing something that's detrimental to your children's lives, you're actually doing something detrimental to your whole race, in a sense. Yeah? Talking about black men, black boys, black women. I can't talk about any other race, because I'm not any other race. I'm a black man. You got to look at it from a perspective that I'm looking at it. And there's so much I want to say that I almost feel like, you know what, might be a bit too heavy for you guys. But it's really important that you are wary and, understanding, or are aware, shall I say, not wary. The responsibilities that every single black boy, black man has on its shoulders. I'm dabbling in a lot of information here I'm putting out. There's a lot of information there. Read between the lines if you can. Yeah? Ask me any questions if you want to. But it's very important. Man, I think the only way to kind of really get you guys to understand where I'm coming from is just tell you my story. That is the only way, all the time. That is the only way, because that is the only thing I know. Black boys need black fathers to be in their lives. So if you're that guy that just wants to have loads of children and move to another woman and have loads of children, You need to stop that. You need to stop that. If you're having loads of children by all these different women, look after your freaking children. Yeah? Because later on in life, when those children, when those boys become men, they're almost lost. They're angry. Yeah? They're not taught how to handle their emotions like a man. They will handle them almost like, like almost like a girl child. Yeah? So there's so much I want to say, but I'm treading really, really thinly, like really lightly, gently. Because at the end of the day, one thing that you got to understand is my videos here are not there to offend anybody. Sometimes you need to break to remake. And if I have to, I will break some egos. I will break some freaking different mindsets so we can refix. As a community, we need to do it together. Very, very, very important. I cannot talk for any other race because this is an issue that only black men and black boys and black women are going through. You know? If a woman has a child, a girl child, yeah, has a daughter, obviously the woman is able to influence the daughter to be strong, to be resilient. But at the same time, I'm not stating that just because the mother is there and the father isn't there, that the daughter doesn't, yearn and wants the love of a father. I saw a beautiful picture yesterday, yeah, and it's of a father holding his daughter in his hands, and the beautiful look from his daughter's eyes. She must have been about 9 months. It was absolutely amazing. It really warmed my heart, man. It was amazing. That look, it was like love, pure, unadulterated love. This daughter was looking up at her dad. It was beautiful. It is important that your daughters, that you are your daughter's first love as a father. Yeah. It is so important because the way you treat your daughter, yeah, the way you respect your daughter is the way that you want any man, when your daughter becomes a woman, when they get married, for that particular man to treat your daughter. You want that, yeah. And it's the same thing for the boys. Their mother has to be the first one that they love. Yeah. Now, I remember like a film. I think it was a film depicted on Genghis Khan, and I remember where the boys that were, obviously when you're born or whatever, you're always with your mother. Your father goes to work, or in this particular film, your godfather goes to war, or goes to hunt or whatever, and the boys are kept with their mothers, and the boys become effeminate. Yeah. Now, basically, in this particular film, at the age of 12, 13, all the fathers or whatever would mask up. This is in Genghis Khan, yeah, will mask up and pretend that they were from another tribe and basically appear to run riot in their own village. Pretend they're someone else. and kidnap all the boys and take them away on horseback. Yeah? Take them up to the mountains for a couple of years. I don't know if it was months or years. Reveal their faces to their children and let them know who they are. And basically, this rites of passage, in a way, was to show these boys how to be men. Hang with the boys club, in a sense. Show them how to be men. Show them how to hunt. Show them how to deal with their anger. Show them all these different things. Now, in a boy's life, in this day and age, the way you do that is to make sure you're in your child's life. Take them to do things that men do. Yeah? Now, I'm not stating, this is not like an indirect diss to anybody of a different, if you're sort of a homosexual or a lesbian or whatever. This is not a diss to anyone like that. This is basically, something that is important to me being a black heterosexual male. Yeah? But at the same time, like, your lifestyle, I have nothing against your lifestyle. However you choose to live your life, as homosexual or a lesbian, is a beautiful thing. However you want to live your life, because who am I to judge? You're a human being. Yeah? You gotta love everybody the same, regardless of what your preference is, or regardless of what you want to do with your life. It is your life. Yeah? Now, I have seen instances of when a 16-year-old boy, this is when I was living in Nigeria, a 16-year-old boy had basically molested, I think he was 6, maybe 7-year-old boy. Yeah? I'm talking had sex with him. It's another boy to another boy. It was deep. It was freaking nuts. Now, I see that boy on Facebook now. He's a man now. And he's, bisexual on his profile. And I literally see this all the time. Now, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where, if it's so generation to generation, where did it come from? Yeah? But however you choose your life, if you have grown into becoming, a lesbian or becoming, a homosexual, that's your choice in life. But when you are forced into something like that from a child who is molested, and then you become an adult and you're on this, this lifestyle, and you're sometimes maybe confused about what lifestyle to take, or what path to take, you need to literally deal with your past. Talk to someone about your past. Talk to someone about how to live your life, in a sense. I'm never ever going to tell you that anything or however you're living your life is wrong. It's not my place to tell you that. And I'm not stating that is wrong. However you live your life is your prerogative. And I respect that. That's your prerogative. Just like it's my prerogative to do what I do. Yeah? I don't judge anybody. This whole movement, this whole situation, this whole talking to camera thing is no prejudice, no homophobia, no racism, no sexism, nothing like that. Yeah? It's about Afro-punk movement. everyone is the child and children of the universe. Yeah? Now, it's important that you know that I have to, give it up to the Orishas, yeah? The forefathers, the ancestors who've basically brought us here. There's a lot of stuff that we've had to battle with. There's a lot of history there's so much stuff that's going on, and I've spoken about a lot of stuff this morning, and it's quite deep. I know it's quite out there, borderline freaking I don't know what. But I'm trying to get fillers. How do you guys feel about what I'm talking about? Talk to me. Yeah? Now, all I need in my life is positivity. All I will give you is positivity. Yeah? All I will be is an iron, and all I want you to be is an iron. Because you know what? Iron sharpens iron. Now, it is important that you are, or you surround yourselves with like-minded people who want positivity and who want to excel. Is important. Very important. So please, I need you guys to sharpen each other. Create together. Yeah? All you heterosexual, homosexual, lesbian, black females, everyone, black males, black females, come together. Do your thing. Yeah? Because I can only talk because, from a black perspective. Because it's only us from a black perspective that's getting basically demonized. Yeah? It's important. It's important that we protect each other. I feel like I'm trying to save the world right here, but listen, if this touches someone and helps someone, so be it. Now, my page is about no homophobia, no racism, no form of derogatory comments or anything like that. Yeah? It's about love. Yeah? So, I said enough. Probably said too much. And I'm really, it's difficult. I'm really trying to kind of be like, not trying to offend anybody. But if you're offended, tell me what I said to offend you. Because at the end of the day, I know one thing, I cannot please everyone. But at the same time, one thing that is very strong for me is love. Love everybody, doesn't matter. Because one day your brother could turn around and say, or your son, or your daughter could turn around and say they're gay or they're lesbian. What are you going to do? You're going to disown them. Yeah? Really? Come on. Think about it. And if you're gay or lesbian and you find it difficult to talk to your parents, you need to talk to them. At the end of the day, they gave birth to you. Yeah? And there's obviously within the African and Caribbean community, that is like taboo. Live your life. Live your life. If that's what you need to do, if that's what you want to do, live your life. Heterosexual males, heterosexual females, live your life. Yeah? Get married, do whatever you need to do. Listen, I'm talking a lot. I'm saying a lot of stuff here. Probably a lot of it, I know a lot of it is making sense. Yeah? I'm just saying a lot. This is probably the most, risque subject I've ever spoken about. Yeah? And I have a lot of insight in a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. I have a lot of gay friends, a lot of lesbian friends. Yeah? Obviously, the whole Afro-punk movement is an interesting one. Very interesting one. So, you know what? It's about creativity of black folk coming together, being as one. Understand that. Blessings, people. Have a fantastic day. Great morning. Do what you feel that is necessary for you to basically be on the up and up and be positive. Do not hate anybody. Hate is so hard. If you hate anyone, you're hating yourself. Think about it. Yeah. If someone's so against you, you know, of what you're doing, it's because they're probably jealous or whatever, or fighting a demon within themselves. Yeah. Love is the most important thing. Love is the most important thing. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love who you are. And love everybody else. Whatever choices everyone else makes, let them make that choice. Just as long as it's not hurting anybody. Understand that. Peace. Peace be unto you.